All right, so with the shower, you get the microfibers you've already used and just lay them on the floor like so. This is, as we clean the shower, any excess water that comes out of the bottom of the shower, instead of it flooding across the bathroom floor, it's going to be caught on there. Then we get our clean microfibers, fold them into four as we always do. Grab the general purpose antibacterial spray. Again, spray these surfaces like so, and you literally, most of the time these things are fairly clean, it's just finger marks and things like that. They usually clean up pretty easily. Same with the glass on the outside. And like windows, when you clean windows, it's hard to know what side the dirt's on, so just be careful when you're cleaning that. If it looks like there's something still on there, just be careful it's on this side, not on this side, it's still on the other side. Alright, then we'll just go along the floor a bit here. Put those back where we had them. Now often these bits here build up dust and dirt and you can't get into it. You can use, again, the brush just to get into those sections in there. Like so. You don't usually need Jif for the outside for that. Alright. Clean this side. Rotate the side we're using, so we're using the cleanest part of the microfiber. As I said, usually the outside's not really hard to clean, it's just dust, the odd fingerprint and things like that. Alrighty. Then we step inside, we'll open the door at least. We want to do the inside door handle, the inside of the aluminium strip here, and the top of the glass. We'll go in there and do that in a moment. Oh, that's a bit too dirty, we'll get a clean one. All right, so when we go inside, I usually throw those on the floor and then hang them back up when we're done. Close the door. You want to clean the first, say, 15 centimetres of the glass and the top on the inside with the microfiber. Usually it's not soap, scum, etc. up here, it's just maybe some splashes of water, dust, usually fairly easy to clean. You'll have to hold the door, obviously, so it doesn't open. And maybe the same up on the top of the tiles here. Then you can put this out here. You're not going to need those for the rest of the shoot. You will need the Jif. So these showers are the best because they have the handles, which means we can actually rinse everything without using the jug. Makes life a lot easier, less hassles, you get less wet, and things just generally go better. So give it a bit of a rinse, pointing the water down. Don't shoot it straight at things, it'll splash more. And really all you need to do there is wet the surfaces. All right, fill the jug up. And turn the tap off. All right, so let that gently hang at that point. All right, a little bit of Jif on your scouring pad. Now, one of the ways you can tell if the glass is getting clean or not, because you can't really see it sometimes, is when it's dirty, you'll feel that it's rough, and you just rub it across. As it gets cleaner, it becomes smoother. So it's a bit, it gets a bit smoother to slide the scouring pad across. Get into the sides, the corners, etc. Now, down the bottom of the glass is where it's generally going to be the dirtiest, because that's where obviously everything falls in the shower, goes down. Move any bottles, shampoo, etc. out of the way. All right, and that is pretty much it until you rinse it off. When you rinse it off, you'll then check to make sure you actually have cleaned everything. But at this stage, using that smooth feeling I was talking about, it feels like it's clean. When we rinse it, we'll find out if that's true or not. Dip your non-scratch scouring pad back into the water, a little bit more Jif, do the next panel. I start with the glass generally, move to the tiles. By the time you get to the third surface, you probably maybe even don't need any more Jif, because there's going to be enough Jif in the scouring pad and in the water to do the job. Hold the door handle so it doesn't fly open, and then repeat. And then literally repeat for every surface. Now you can open the door a little bit and maybe get into around these bits and pieces just here. But otherwise keep the door shut so that we're keeping the majority of the water inside the shower. So a brush sometimes is required around the tap, similar to the bath and the sink. Don't normally have to scrub it too hard. It's, whoop, try not to turn the shower on while you're in it. And when it comes to the little shelves like this, usually just have to pick things up, throw the soap on the floor if you want, and pick it up later, and just give that a clean as well. So generally we don't clean the floor at this point, unless there's any soap scum or something that you can see. I can see a little bit there. Just throw it on the floor, use your foot, scrub those bits. We'll mop it when we come back and mop the bathroom later on. All right. So at this point, put everything back more or less where you found it. And where did that lid go? I think that was on there. Very good. And now we rinse. So make sure your Jif bottle's shut, otherwise you put water inside the Jif and dilute the Jif. All right, rinse your hands, rinse the shower head and the handle, and then, same as before, from an upward angle just so that it doesn't splash too much, rinse all the Jif off the surface that you've cleaned. Now obviously at this point, if you've missed anything, you'll find it. If you do, often a finger will do it. If that doesn't work, obviously you get the scouring pad and have another go at it. Give it a very, very good rinse. As I said, Jif will dry as a powder, and it won't show up until everything has dried off. So often it'll be after you've left before it'll dry, and you won't see the residue. So better to rinse more than you think you need than not enough. All right, pick up your scouring pad, give that a rinse. Drain the excess out of that. Pick up your jug, shut the door, give the jug a rinse. Like so. Make sure the floor is actually rinsed of any residue. Obviously doing this carefully as you can so you don't wet yourself too much. Put the shower head back where you found it. Good. Grab your Jif and supplies. Now, we'll we'll quickly squeegee the water off the glass because, as most of you would know, it can leave damage on the glass water. It's not a good idea to let water dry on the glass. Can happen on the tiles too. It's not usually visible, and it probably doesn't matter as much, but definitely on the glass. Just give that a squeegee. And with glass panels that are narrower, you just do it left to right, top to bottom. Like so. Then with a dry microfiber, usually use a red one, but the glass ones will do the trick. Any little rungs you can just quickly grab. You're not really cleaning at this point. The surface is more or less clean. It's just any excess water that you may have missed. All right, step out. Any water that's spilled underneath the door, use these microfibers just to mop that excess up. And we're done.